You know what time it is?
What time is it, man?
The beat down!
Yeah!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. I'm your host, Class. This is my co-host,
Mr. J.
Yes, and we're at it again. And back at it again, and we're at it with one last tournament before we hit 2021. And we got two great competitors. We got, well, who do we got? I got Killer Croc, and who do you got?
I have the unstoppable Juggernaut.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. Look, I'm gonna be real. I was confident in the beginning with my boy because I had this strategy thing going.
He was confident.
But now, you know, I'm not gonna lie, we just watched another little bit more information and it's kind of getting me a little intimidated, but I'm gonna stay confident for my boy. Anyways, I'm gonna let you start off your first argument with the Juggernaut versus.
Well,
oh wait, I'm sorry, apologies. Here's a short clip of the previous fight. We got two of the most interesting powerhouse characters, both lightning, both godlike beings.
Two very big heavy hitters today. We have Thor Odinson versus Shazam.
Shazam! The fact that he got the powers of Shazam, I mean, obviously they would consider him worthy for the hammer. Now, if he gets the hammer, that backfires. That's where Thor might have a disadvantage because Thor is strong, but against his own hammer, mentally having to deal with that, along with the fact that this guy also possesses the same type of almost position of power that Thor has, it might give Thor a psych out.
It's pretty much, you know, like Mjolnir. Some would say either equally as powerful, maybe slightly less, but you know, he has more than Mjolnir. Which Mjolnir does have that, you know, cosmic storm that's held within inside of it.
That's true.
A god beam, which is pretty much what that is there's a beam that Mjolnir can release from it that it harnesses the power of Asgardian power, and it launches it, you know, concentrates it into a beam, and this beam is strong enough to where it is capable of slaying immortals. See, I don't see Shazam really standing up to that. I don't see him doing well with that at all.
Yeah. So that's the case. Like, I'm just gonna say this. My vote on this. Who won? Who's winning this one? I give it to the God of Thunder. Alright, not even go.
Alright, now making the argument. Look, as most of you know already, there's really only one thing that really needs to be said as far as the Juggernaut goes. Is it's pretty much all in his name. He is the unstoppable Juggernaut. Once he builds momentum, you can't stop him. I mean, really, almost no one in the Marvel Universe can stop him. You know, he's been known to be strong enough to... He's matched World War Hulk. I don't mean just the regular version of, you know, Bruce Banner or the Incredible Hulk. I mean World War Hulk. He pretty much went to his own planet.
Yeah,
you know, upgraded.
There's a standoff.
But yeah, you know, there was a whole thing. But yeah, he matched his strength, and they all pretty much had a standoff there. You know, that's extremely impressive to do.
Yeah,
and you know, not only that, he's been said to throw Thor around, the God of Thunder. The Asgardian God of Thunder just throws him
more than once.
Yeah, throws him around like a rag doll. Just, you know, and really there wasn't much Thor could do about it. You know, and Thor is extremely strong, as we've covered in other episodes. And, you know, it's just extremely impressive. Honestly, I kind of feel like I got this one in the bag. I mean, there's really not much I feel I need to say. Killer Croc would have an advantage as far as, like, the water. You know, if he got Juggernaut to go into the water. But even then, I'm just not entirely sure what he could do. You know, and maybe if he drowns him,
there's that possibility, yeah.
But you know, because it's like I don't see, like, even if he bites him, you know, the Juggernaut's been known to be able to withstand Wolverine's claws.
adamantium.
It's like, it's kind of hard. You know, how do you kill someone like that? You know, you can't cut him, you can't hit him, you know, you can't overpower him. It's like, what could Killer Croc really do? You know, besides maybe try to sneak up on him and drown him. But I don't think he's going to be able to match the Juggernaut's power, as well as his speed and just his force. I just really don't think Killer Croc's really going to be able to do a whole lot. And I really just think Killer Croc's going to try to sneak up on him. He's going to try to maybe take him into the water, but I think Juggernaut is just going to be too big, too strong. He's going to grab him, and he's just going to slam him around, and it's just going to be really bad for him. I really don't see it going really good for him at all. And I will leave you the floor.
Alright. You know, in the beginning of this episode, I was worried, but then I remember now why I have utmost confidence in my boy. Now, here's the interesting fact about Juggernaut. You gotta hit him with force for him to build momentum. Otherwise, he doesn't build momentum. He kind of has still an average ability, but he's not incredibly strong and not incredibly not beatable. So, he's pretty strong, but only when he starts getting built up. Now, here's where Killer Croc goes into play. Killer Croc's number one way to go on this is obviously having to go into the water. Juggernaut will follow because Juggernaut wants to beat the crap out of his opponent. He's not going to let him slide. He's not going to let him go. He's going to go after him. Juggernaut getting into the water. Now, maybe the magic in the helmet and everything he's wearing might keep him from drowning. That's the ability right there, because I'm sure that helmet is designed to make sure he doesn't die in any kind of way like that. He has healing factors and everything. He's also, his body is impregnable. You can't really rip through it. He's gone through a lot of godlike beings. And so there is no way you can take it unless you take the helmet off. Yeah. So that's the tricky part. How are you going to take the helmet off? Against Juggernaut. Juggernaut's not just going to let you grab him out of nowhere. But this is where it plays out. Now, Killer Croc obviously knows he ain't no match for this guy. He knows when he's been beat. But there's an opportunity for him to psych Juggernaut out. Give Juggernaut the idea that he has been beaten. Let him think he broke your arms. Let him think he broke your legs. Let him think he broke everything about you.
I think he could actually break those things.
He could, yeah, no, he could. But let's not forget, Killer Croc can also regenerate his bones and everything. So
Killer Croc has an impressive healing regeneration.
Beating the crap out of him, Juggernaut would think, I got this guy. Brush his shoulders off, walk the hell away. This is the moment where Killer Croc would have to immediately regenerate. And in that moment, that's where Killer Croc, now let's keep in mind, Juggernaut's only been beating him at his half level. He's not beating him at his ultimate level at this point, because Juggernaut has been chasing him. He hasn't really been fighting him. He really just beat the crap out of him. Killer Croc allowed it, let him beat him, because he wanted him to see him defeated. So that way Juggernaut would just turn around and think, I got this in the bag. So that way Killer Croc regenerates. And at that moment, now I want to add this bonus. Killer Croc has an amazing grip, an incredible grip that he rips a bank vault right off the hinges.
Ooh.
Do I believe the claws of Killer Croc could grab the grip of the helmet and rip it off? Abso-freaking-lutely. With that ability, take the helmet off. Now, would he drown? No, but Killer Croc loves to eat himself some humans. That helmet made him a godlike being, magic powers beyond compare, but without it, he's flesh. He's chewable. He's delicious. He's this guy's meal. He could grab Killer Croc could grab him while the helmet's off, bite his head off, rip it up, chew it up, and maybe save the rest for later. But at the end of the day, that would be the only way Killer Croc could beat him, at his own element. And on top of that, I would like to add this too. Another way he would also do it is when he's regenerating, he would actually create one of those whirlpools around Juggernaut. Because only through force can Juggernaut really have the upper advantage. But as long as nothing's hitting him, he's not building any momentum. All Killer Croc has to do is build that whirlwind. And in that element, he could rip that helmet right off because he wouldn't see it coming. He'd be too busy trying to keep his balance and figure out how to even control himself in a whirlpool. And that's where I think Killer Croc would rip the head and eat him. And that's how I think Killer Croc would beat the all-strong, mighty, powerful Juggernaut.
Right on.
Alright.
Well,
Yeah, this is a toughie.
it is definitely a compelling argument. I'm going to still give my vote for Juggernaut. I was just thinking.
Yeah, and I have to give my vote. I gotta give my vote to Killer Croc. I'm sorry. This is a tie. This is a tough one right now. We need to have someone maybe decide the last.
Someone will advance. We'll figure it out who.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out because at the end of the day, it's gonna be a pretty compelling fight.
Unless someone comments and leaves their vote.
Yeah, if you guys are the difference maker. You guys can change the game right now.
See, when we tie, you guys can definitely, say, hey, I think Juggernaut.
Yeah, because otherwise it's going to be a real tough decision to have to make because we still have all these great competitors who already moved on to the next level.
Yeah.
We got Thor, we got Superman, we got the Incredible Hulk, and now we have to decide who's going to move on from here. Will it be the unstoppable Juggernaut or will it be the creepy Killer Croc? We'll leave it at that, I guess. If you guys like this episode, please share, like, and subscribe to the channel. 2021 is going to be exciting. Yeah. And as always, we really appreciate you guys. Also, we're trying to get rid of the tournament for this year, so that way we can get the finalists on the next one for 2021. We're probably going to open up the New Year episodes, or the New Year's, or January in general, up with that episode. Maybe like the first tournament who we're going to put against it. It's going to be exciting. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys later. Peace.